Sorry, did an angry horse just arrive?
It was supposed to be a really right rhino. Yes, it was supposed to be a really right rhino.
A really ripe rhino. This rhino's ready to go.
Let me know that this rhino has never been wrong about anything in his fucking life, okay? He is the most correct animal of the savannah.
Anything he says becomes true, whether it was before or not.
Exactly, and he has little spectacles that change reality. I would watch a show about a reality warping rhino.
I feel like the fact that it's a rhino is completely irrelevant to the situation at that point.
No, because rhinos are really stupid. But the thing with rhinos is that their vision is absolutely hot potato fire garbage, and anything that they don't know what it is triggers a response of, I need to be aggressive to that to get it out of my territory. So they just see blurry other animals and then just constantly charge them because they're not quite sure if it's a threat or not. So imagine living your life like that.
I feel like the first thing it would do is warp reality to not have bad vision.
Which is why there's hilarious videos of a rhino charging an elephant, because it can't quite tell that it's an elephant. And then the elephant just kind of slaps it aside as it arrives. And the rhino's like, oh, okay, understandable. Have a great day, sir. My bad.
Imagine being a big enough creature to just slap a rhino aside.
Right? Nearly 99% of things that exist getting charged by a rhino would be horrific, except an elephant that goes, oh.
You couldn't hurt me even if I did nothing. All of this to say, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. One other thing about the rhino being in that situation is because it's a rhino, if they're ever in like a Death Note type situation where the police are trying to track down the person altering reality, they would be like completely thrown off by like, there's just a rhino in the room. It can't be the rhino. The rhino's not the one doing it. There's no way.
No one suspects the non-human. Isn't that right, Wyverian? Sorry, did I say that out loud?
It's all right. When you walk up to his immenseness, he always just goes like, human. We're both in the camp. Somehow.
You know it's bad when it's like a rare occurrence for them to correctly drop off the hunter at the little camp of the location they're sending them to.
I will say, in a sense, that's the most random outcome, because not only are we both in the same zone, but neither of us was displaced.
I'm glad that they tightened up their delivery methods in the 5th gen onward.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have like an example of that in this game. I wonder if that'll happen for every quest in the future. Probably not.
Thinking about it, what's this supposed to achieve? It's not really like an enhancement to games. Like, oh good, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Literally, the only thing is, I guess, the secret harvesting zones. Ooh.
Oh, I made a mistake. I forgot to put in the decorations. Instead of purple sharpness, I've got blue sharpness.
That's a big loss.
That's a big, yeah. Also, but how can we
we could just put like a red filter on your screen to make it look like you have purple.
Yeah, let's just turn up my sharpness. So this is gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, poison, not fun. I don't think I brought antidotes. I didn't know what we were fighting.
I didn't bring antidotes either.
Well, I don't even know what to say about that.
I also didn't know what we were fighting.
Yeah, you just randomly started clicking stuff.
Yeah, I just kind of chose a random quest on the list, went for it.
He's got invisible while I'm on top of him. What is this?
Yeah, it's so good, the Chameleos round where he just fades in and out. He's like, you can't mount me if I go invisible.
So he goes so sudden from not fighting back to squirming like all hell.
Well, he's trying the various strategies, you know.
I mean, it's fair enough. It just confused me.
Invisible? No. Squirming? No. Pacifist? No. How do I get you off?
You gotta work harder than that. That's the only way.
Why is he not dead yet?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm doing a lot more damage than I have been.
Well, I would hope so, because we were really pushing the boundaries of low G rank, high rank against chaotic.
I don't know. I mean, my gear was pretty accurate.
Oh God. I'm already down to green sharpness. I can't believe I forgot.
You need to roll more. Oh wait, you're not using that anymore.
I'm Sarah Symmetry now.
Oh, I got poisoned for the first time. I'm screwed.
It's so
I've managed to avoid getting poisoned the whole time.
Oh, I got a potion stolen as I got kicked out the zone. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I lost a cool drink. I guess he's feeling a bit hot in this room.
Well, I'm gonna shop.
Oh, he stole another cool drink. He's having a rough time. Okay, he's just beating me up in a corner. I'm stunned and going to die. He literally just hit me twice before I could do anything, and then I was stunned and killed me.
I'm gonna go get my decoration. Like, I genuinely think we will kill it faster restarting, but with me on purple sharpness, than we will do powering through them.
Okay.
And that way we can get antidotes. Oh, I did have antidotes!
I didn't bring antidotes either.
You lied to me.
I did didn't have antidotes.
You lied the whole time. The whole time we were
I
there.
just wanted to make you feel better with some camaraderie, you know?
You committed to the lie so hard you didn't even use them when you were poisoned repeatedly.
Yeah, I would have rather have stood there and literally died of poisoning than let you in on the fact that I had antidotes.
I respect that.
There can't be this much monument.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised there's so many like monuments in the world.
There's too many monuments. I don't even have space for all of these monuments.
Like, what's with this Statue of Liberty, the fucking Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of... Like, there's just too many. Like, where am I supposed to live if there's all these monuments?
If they all came to life and battled each other.
Probably not the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
It comes to life! Oh, oh, oh!
Oh, and it fell over.
So, Leaning Tower of Pisa, by the way, the reason it's leaning is because when it was built, they didn't really have the capacity to do a proper ground survey and see if the ground was structurally sound enough. So they built it anyway, and it remained for the longest time just a little building. So it was fine, there wasn't enough weight to make it lean, so it held it.
Yeah.
And then a couple hundred years later, they added more to it and eventually got to the height that it is, at which point it started to slowly sink into the ground.
Nice.
Obviously, you know, leaning. And that was kind of a problem, so they shot it up the best they can. And then we fast forward to, and then eventually the ground composition developed over time, hardened, and it actually got quite secure, but it was already leaning, so it's kind of just anchored in. And now in modern times, we have both the understanding capacity and technology to both write it and keep it there. But obviously, you know, it's part of the tourist appeal now. So it's deliberately left leaning, but just securely left leaning. And I think that's hilarious.
I do like a good left-leaning tower.
A good left-leaning. That's the political stance that I want my monuments to have.
I have failed that mount so quickly. He went from doing nothing to eating up the entire mount bar in a quarter of a second.
You're saying to eating up the entire map.
He ate the map. He's so hungry. Look out.
He ate the map. We've been chameleon consumed. No.
I've never seen a hungrier lizard.
It's like the proverbial hippos.
Sounds more like a hypocrite. Which is also what you call it when a hippo does excessive damage.
I was about to say that's what happens when it... That was the same attack! He started that breath spasm.
Yeah.
Hit me as it started. I took the full length of down, stood up, and it was still going long enough that it hit me a second time. Which is surprising on multiple counts, both for the length of the attack and the fact the same beam was allowed to damage me twice.
Yeah, that's not something that normal Monster Hunter allows, but there's also a lot more counters in modern. I meant modern, not normal. This isn't normal Monster Hunter.
Normal, not this weird shit that we're doing.
Fucking strange world we've found ourselves in.
5th gen or nothing, am I right? Oh, it's crazy that we're heading to 6th gen now.
Yeah, it'll be my first new gen.
Oh yeah, your first new gen as a pre-existing Monster Hunter knowledgeman.
I'm excited to be like, this game sucks!
You know what's even more fun?
But like with no actual reasoning. What?
You know how we've gone back with Monster Hunter 1, Freedom Unite, and Free Ultimate, and now we're doing 4 Ultimate.
And we've been poisoned, yeah.
In 3-4 years, are you excited for, alright everybody, welcome to a new Monster Hunter World nostalgia playthrough. Isn't this weird?
He's stealing my cool drinks again!
He wants to be a cool drink, man.
Why is it specific? I'm stunned on low health, please help.
You're fine.
I don't...
Wait,
I'm okay, but I'm crouching through a cave for some reason.
When we get to the stage that like a world playthrough is going to feel like a weird nostalgia trip, like, can you imagine Monster that used to be like this? He stole my cool drink!
Yeah, he's overheating. I mean, it's a hot day in England for us as well, so like I feel it. Like I wish I could just take someone's cool drink mid-fight. Just give myself
Sorry,
a break.
mid-fight, you get like attacked on the street by someone holding like a slushie, and you're just like, whoosh.
Well, I'm not
that's mine.
I'm in my apartment. Well, like if somebody like were to walk into my apartment and like aggravate me while holding a slushie, that would be my first move right now.
The dominance play of whipping their slushie out their hand, giving it a quick slurp, and
with your tongue, of course.
Yes, with your if you're having a scrap and someone has a fucking chameleon tongue, then that's probably a good cue to maybe step away from the situation.
Probably too late at that point. Once you've engaged, you've
yeah,
engaged.
you can't run away because they'll just. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we'll just bring you back. No, it hasn't been mentioned yet. I have a Vade extender on my Kinsect finally, or not a Vade, effect extender, which means I don't need to get extracts as often. Oh, it's so different. It's a world of loveliness.
I have a Vade extender on my Kinsect. He can dodge really far.
I could arrange that as well if I wanted to. But I'm more just really excited about the fact that I can actually fight more often.
Is he falling over? Okay. Okay, no, it's just the old classic elder flinch. Don't you love it when old people flinch? Surprising them's great fun.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing, man.
That is the worst category of person to jump scare.
An old person?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, someone with known heart issues, probably a step further.
Well, it's also why it's the worst category of person to tase.
Baby?
Not in public.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't tase a baby in private either, personally.
It's worse to tase an old in public, but a baby in private.
Please, you're only allowed to have babies
I
in
forgot
private.
the word person. I just said tase an old.
You gotta tase them olds. Don't let them get you.
Tase them olds.
Be careful, they're coming after you. Tase them olds.
Quick, you gotta get them before they get to you.
Oh, he's off.
Oh, goodbye. How does he leap that hard and high into the air?
He's very jittery, and that applies to his thighs, too.
Oh, okay.
You ever sharpened 5 times to get a sharpen done? Because I do.
Twitch explosion muscles. That just sounds like a quirk, to be fair.
I mean, it sounds like a streamer I've never heard
Twitch
of.
Explosion! Welcome to Twitch Explosion Muscles! Subscribe! Boom! I'll live inside an explosion! It's just a green screen! Oh!
I've been working on that thing for ages. I'm glad it finally came off.
On Explosion Twitch streamer?
Yeah, not the tail.
Oh! I've been working on this concept for so long, I was thinking maybe...
I'm just so happy we finally got to it. In our library of bits.
We finally got to talk about it, you know?
It's been ages. Like I've been workshopping this for years.
That's so funny! I'm so happy it's come up naturally. Maybe it's a good idea.
Where are you going? Paintball still working? Good.
Paintball.
Is he really leaving? His shadow took a long time to get up there this time.
Well, he couldn't decide what direction he wanted to go in.
Yeah, it's hard when you're invisible. I'm sure your eyes don't work, by my understanding of how eyes function. If your eyes were invisible, you couldn't see.
Yeah, that is the fun thing, because obviously if you're invisible, there's no light to reflect off the back of your eyes. So the price of being able to turn invisible is either floating eyeballs or you're blind while invisible.
I do want to see like an accurate representation of invisibility where it's just like they have to like basically blink for long periods of time, but then like it's like, okay, I know where I am. Close your eyes again.
What about the type of invisibility where you're wearing a suit where the front half of the suit is a screen that plays what the back half of the suit is seeing? That works as a kind of invisibility, like cloaking, as opposed to literally yourself turning invisible.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because in theory, if the light were like bounced off of it at all, then you wouldn't be able to see.
Do you
Like
think
either you're not invisible or you can't see.
Do you think that science fiction has a kind of subtle, undeniable influence on scientific research? Like, if there's a group of scientists doing like military
100%.
testing and they're trying to work out, you know, like camo technology, surely in the back of a few of their minds is, I guess we could try and make this work Predator-like, but that just feels like a really unprofessional thing for them to think.
Oh no, like you're saying as if it's like no, that 100% is a thing, because the people that are most into science fiction are the people that are into science because of the overlap. So it definitely has that type of, like, there's so many planets that are like named after the nerdiest shit that you could ever imagine.
Yeah, naming is one thing, but like directing.
No, I think you have to try. Like, obviously, like a lot of science fiction is fiction for a reason, but like you gotta imagine a scientist saw something in science fiction and was like, I want to make this a thing, and then just tried, right?
Oh, some obnoxious general's like, all right, we need 10 suits of Predator clothes.
It's not physically possible in the real world.
We have literally billions to spend on this. Make it happen.
I mean, I'll spend your billions, but still no promises. I love that when you go down a layer, the music gets muffled. Which actually, in hindsight, means that the music is coming from Chameleos. And that actually makes a lot of sense for every monster, because when they leave the zone, the music stops. When they fall asleep, the music stops. The monsters are fucking...
Are you saying they all have little speakers inside them?
Except Kezu!
Except Kezu, who didn't get his speaker.
It's their eyes! The eyes... No, Gormagala has a speaker. He doesn't have eyes. This is rough. It's a hard one to work out.
That's so funny. As a concept.
It just makes too much sense. They just walk around with a boombox playing their theme song. I cannot express how much I enjoy having effect extender on my Kinsect compared to not. I feel like I actually get to like hunt properly.
I'm just so glad negative skills got removed. Because like I get the balance goal, but the idea your hunter is now worse at something is what makes it really fun.
Well, yeah, it's like you only have so much space in your brain for information.
Like you take 5 cycles now to sharpen instead of the usual.
Correct.
So it's like what has happened to your hunter?
Maybe my armor's so heavy that like it just I can't get a proper like rub on the whetstone.
It feels like the hunter equivalent of like forgetting your pin.
Yeah, it'd be pretty rough if you were a hunter, especially because so many monsters have pins.
Why won't he die? He's got to be on the dying path, right? Oh, the dying path! Told you he's on the dying path.
Dying path.
Oh, I love Chameleos death animation. It's the best.
Just the tongue just popping it. Blip.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Nice. We murdered a Chameleos.
We did. We murdered a Chameleos.
And we broke like all of his parts. Like he looks pretty fucking destroyed, honestly. He even has an X across his neck. How did we do that?
That's actually a really good point. Like, we really tried to cut his head off. Like, what is that?
I was working at it. That's just like one great sword slash from the left, one great sword slash from the right. I am in the zone with a monster.
Well, that's good. You don't want to be fighting it out of the zone, otherwise you'll die.
I might die anyways, because I was drinking a cool drink because we're in the desert and I instantly got charged at.
What is this desert you speak of?
Hot place, lots of sand, dangerous.
Hot place, lots of sand, dangerous.
Thanks. I didn't know you listened to my new single.
Yeah, I mean, desert rap is... I'm into desert rap now, is the thing. So...
That's fair. I'm into desert rock.
Can I have an example of some desert rock, please?
Queens of the Stone Age, one of my favorite bands.
I didn't know they were from the desert.
Oh, I mean, California, I believe, which has a lot of deserts.
I thought California just has roads? Yeah, just has roads.
Yeah, it's just roads, nothing else.
Just some roads, you know?
A very one-note type of city.
Oh, God, he's
City-state.
so hot.
He's very hot.
Oh, yeah, also behold Teostra.
I beheld him before you got here. I should be the one saying, behold Teostra.
Okay, fine, you can do this one.
Behold!
You mounting him in the air!
Teostra! Gaze upon his glorious flaming mane.
More like Emperor of the Lame.
I think that's rude. I just introduced you to him, and that's the first thing you have to say.
Look, old school, old world Teostra is the worstest. I don't like him.
Look, it's not that I don't agree. I just think it's rude that that's the first thing you say after I introduce you to.
Ah! There was explosions in the air. Who could have predicted?
Oh, the green screen explosion went off because you said the word.
Oh, sugar.
Again, not in public.
Isn't that the most, like, English thing you've ever heard?
Yeah, it was a little confusing for a moment, honestly.
Well, it's a substitute for obviously oh shit, but it's just, oh, sugar. Like, it's just brilliant.
Well, I mean, the best, I mean, the closest thing I've heard to that is oh, sugar, honey, iced tea, which is obviously the acronym for shit.
Oh, I'd never heard of that. How interesting.
His tail sweep is much faster than it is in the New World, and I actually quite like that. I feel like you can only get hit by it once.
I think the issue I have is the explosions are so much harder to get a read on how big they're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, powder to size is just so much worse than modern Teostra.
What I've found so far is that if I stay close to him, but not right in front of his face, I don't generally have any issues.
Oh! Oh, I thought he was novering and then he just kind of didn't.
Well, now he's mounted again.
Okay,
So.
let's just keep doing it, shall we? All right, I like it.
That's my plan. Behold, Teostra!
Yeah, okay, I get it. All right, I get it. Teostra's here.
I wasn't sure if you knew. Generally, though, I'm feeling pretty good about fighting this old world Teostra with an insect glaive. This has been a good fight for me.
See, that one looks like it's an outside far away ring explosion, but it explodes right next to him.
It's like a mid ring because I was right against him and it didn't touch me. That's the one that he still has. It just looks different.
Yeah, Teostra gained a lot from
I'm gonna pull a sharpen.
from 5th gen visuals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like any monster like that's always gonna, but he is running back and forth a lot less than I expected him to be doing.
Yeah, I've been spending most of my time on top of him, which probably helps that. But now that I'm trying to heal and sharpen, he's just been chasing me down and knocking me out of animations right at the end.
Well, he knows you're gonna give him a much bigger opportunity to get you while you're sharpening. It does feel... Oh, shit!
Oh, I did not realize that was what was happening.
What?
Why did that have a quarter of a second animation before it went off?
Yeah, Old World Teostra Supernova is instant and death, and one of the most obnoxiously hard to not die to attacks that there just is, full stop.
That is not okay.
Which is why the New World one is kind of comically in the other direction, where he's like, I'm gonna supernova. Oh, everyone's gone, okay.
I just don't know how I was supposed to react to that literally with any pace. Like, he went from doing something else to just
The most
going.
interesting thing, though, is I got hit, but I didn't take damage.
I did think that you got hit, but you were perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I genuinely, like, I don't actually know what happened.
Maybe negative divine blessing has a totally different effect than you think.
Well, I decorated that away, so...
Oh, that's sad.
What, you want me to take bonus damage?
Well, no, I just wanted it to be like the random situation where apparently it just saves you. Maybe you had like guts or something from a food skill or something that just like saved your life.
Maybe you technically are the one that flinched me, but I fully fell over, so I don't think you could have done that to me with Inktrick Glaive.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I'm really not sure.
But I'm happy that we didn't have two faints there. I can say that.
Yeah, do your little roar. Well, I walked into the zone, chopped off his tail, and then the job here is done.
Alright, so you're saying that we don't need to be in this zone anymore.
I need to sharpen, but he just will not stop moving.
That was how he killed me, was just sort of going. He just sort of went.
But he really is just going.
Oh my god, Glorp got a knockdown!
Yes! Forget sharpening, I'll hit him with white, I don't care.
Beautiful son of a bug!
Okay, yeah, it was fine. Really, dude?
Yeah, he's just sort of a homing missile of a dragon.
Oh, thank God that was right against the wall.
I mounted him!
Yay!
I agree, but that sounded sort of sarcastic.
Yay!
Yeah, woo! Good for one of us.
I hope you don't get knocked off.
No!
I hope you don't get knocked off by that blast before you finish the mount.
No, it's all good. I'll just go to the next zone when I fall off, though.
That's so funny!
My job is done here.
Oh, there we go.
I dove too early, but I'm away.
Hey, alright, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was about time! We're good!
He's limping, and I hit him with a paintball, and I flipped him with a paintball while he was limping away.
I think maybe that was me hitting him from the other side.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see that, so I was.
I mean,
more impressed with
I would
my
prefer
own
if it was the paintball as well, because that's really satisfying.
Okay, as long as we're on the same page.
Like I'm well up for that, but I think maybe it was the weapon attack.
Does he sleep in 4, or should we get him? Okay, never mind. He didn't stop in 4.
What was that?
Just pulled a fucking U-turn.
Right? I've never
Like, oh shit, wrong way. Whoops.
That's amazing.
Glad I opened my map for that.
I'm gonna sharpen. I'll give us a quick little demon horn. I mean, we've done enough damage that we could go AFK in camp for 20 minutes and get the repel.
He's probably like 3 hits from death. Especially if one of them's a wake-up hit.
I love that he supernovaed and went, oh god, now I can feel my leg. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, the blast powder was really helping, and now that's gone.
Ooh, can I finish him? Can I finish him?
Who can say?
Yeah.
What?
Go!
Yeah!
Ha!
See, I said he was like 3 hits from death. I overestimated a little bit.
Aren't you glad I got us to just wait out the final Nova?
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Alright, I honestly can't tell which one of them I found easier.
Definitely Chameleos for me personally.
Is that the disrespectful way of saying I can't tell which one I found harder?
I guess so. I guess it is.
And the thing about Old Teostra is he's much like scragglier, like thinner and like less kind of fleshed out dragon lion.
Yeah, he hasn't buffed up yet. He still has to go to the gym.
And he's less mania as well. Like it's in patches instead of a full mane like it is in.
Yeah, he's younger.
That's actually really interesting. The subtle differences when you properly look.
Like Rathalos' feet.
Because yeah, his hair is just like distinctly 4 patches, whereas
Zenogre's feet.
Modern Teostra is a proper donut.
He is a big donut, isn't he?
He is. He's a big donut of hair. Which is not really what you want a donut to be made out of.
No, but it could be what you want your hair to look like. Especially if you're a monk.
Alright guys, that's Teo Chameleos Slano. I mean, yeah, technically there's Kashala, but who cares about Kashala really?
We've already killed a Kashala in the story.
I mean,
he was part of the main story.
No one cares about Kashala.
He's already happened. He's had his moment to shine.
Like you enjoyed this, subscribe to the bell for more, because there's a point in the future channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a good Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.